Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. If you're seeing my face for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. Now, today I want to quickly show you guys how I store my tomatoes and pepper for a very long time, for as long as I want, right? So I bought this box of tomatoes last week Monday. Today is Sunday. I bought it last week. Would I say last week Monday? It's going to be a week tomorrow, anyways. And I just know, but not like I've not had time, but I've just been pushing it. And I went into the store, my pantry this evening. And I saw that the tomatoes were already, some of them, the ones at the bottom of the box, right, were already beginning to get slightly moldy. So I just thought it was just a good time to do what I need to do. So I just thought, why not? I'll just show you guys basically how I store my tomatoes and pepper mix in the freezer for as long as I want. So let's get right into the video. So first things first, I proceeded to washing my tomatoes and pepper in my sink. Now I prefer doing it this way, washing it under running water, than washing it in a bowl, because I feel like with a bowl I'm going to have to wash multiple times to ensure that it is properly clean. But washing under running water, I just wash once because I'm washing it under running water. Now those are like some of the tomatoes I mentioned that were turning moldy. Anyways, but I know that I also help save the planet, because I do not leave my my tap on full blast when I'm washing, so that way I'm also saving water and helping to save the planet. So what I also did was to put the tomatoes that were really moldy in the smaller sink. One of the reasons why I really love my sink, because it's like 2 in 1. So I put them there just so that I wash them in that other sink, so that I do not it doesn't mix up with the other good tomatoes and pepper, basically. And yes, I did not throw them away, because I know that since I'm still going to boil them anyways, so whatever impurities are there as a result of the mold would definitely die. Yes, any virus would die. I'm not about to throw my my tomatoes away, because it was still very firm. So yeah, I had to cut off that black part, because yeah, I wasn't going to add that to my mix. So this is me properly washing the ones that were a bit moldy. And after washing it, they were just like as good as new, like nothing even happened to them. So now to my pepper. Growing up, I'd always seen my mom and of course other people clean the inside of the pepper. I know I asked at some point and I was told, oh, if you include the seed, it will make your stew bitter. I know that is true for the very big pepper. I think that's called tatashe. Yes, if you're Nigerian, you know tatashe, the very big fat ones. Those ones, yes, if you include the seed, it will make your stew taste a bit bitter. But I don't know if that's true for all the other pepper, because of course with rodo you don't take out the seeds, you blend the seed. But with this one, I just felt it's better safe than sorry. That's why I cleaned all of the inside of my pepper, just because I'm not about to have bitter stew. Nah, that would just be damn too painful. So yeah, that's why I'm taking my time to cut and clean out the inside of my pepper. So when I was done, the next thing, of course, was to then put it on fire. I had to use separate different pots, because it was just too much for one pot to contain. Now, you guys see this big pot, right? It was part of the old pot I had intended to throw out when I discovered that, oh, I had to throw out my old pots because they were not compatible with my induction hob. But I tried this one. I had tried just one, which was like of a different make, and that one didn't work. But I decided to try some because I saw that it was almost like the same, quality with the induction pot I bought, and I tried it and good enough, it worked. So I'm not having to buy like a separate pot, because this is big enough for me anyways. So next is, like I said, put it on the fire. I I think I used the medium heat excuse me, because I'm learning now to cook my food on low heat, low to medium heat, not high heat anymore, because to be honest, nobody's chasing me, right? Anyways, I added water into the pot, I think like halfway through, with my tomatoes and pepper in. Now with this one, I did not add this, that's my habanero pepper at the beginning, because I feel like it wouldn't take so long to cook. So I added it towards the end when I saw that okay, it was almost all done. I added that, and here I am the next morning. I didn't blend last night because I didn't have the strength to do that. I was just too exhausted to do that. So the night before, I had drained all of the water, but because it sat down for a couple more hours, it's also still had to drain, and that was what I did. I drained out the rest of the water before proceeding to adding my onions, garlic, and ginger. Now I have seen some people also add this one to the boiling tomatoes. So they'll add their onions, ginger, and garlic into their pot of boiling tomatoes and pepper. I don't do that because I just have this feeling like I'm going to lose out on some of the taste, like I'm going to lose some taste in the process of boiling. So I'd rather just add this one when I am blending, because it's not like it's liquid anyway, so it's not going to make my paste more runny. What I also decided to do was, because I also knew that I wanted to have like stew mix and sauce mix. So I am going to blend one batch. I divided them into two batches. One batch is for stew, which I'm blending in my normal blender, and the other one is for sauce, which I'm going to blend in my food processor. You guys will see how everything's going to turn out. One of the advantages of boiling your tomatoes and pepper before blending is that it makes your mix thick. So the process of boiling helps to take out all of the excess water you would normally have in your tomatoes if you blend directly. Another advantage is it shortens your cook time. So if ideally you normally cook your stew for say 30 minutes, this helps to shorten your cook time, because your pepper is already almost done. It's just for you to add your ingredients, and your stew is ready because you've boiled your pepper already. But it shortens your cook time to about half the time it would normally take. So see how thick it is. You would never get this consistency if you blend immediately after washing. You can also roast. Usually what I used to do before was to roast my pepper mix. Instead of boiling, I will roast it. That one has, like, I still prefer that process, just that it is quite time consuming, because then I have to add all of my spices, my herbs, and everything. It comes out really, really tasty, but the process is a bit longer, and I just wasn't ready for that. So I decided I was just going to go with just boiling it. And boiling it also gives it a different taste from if you blend directly. The taste is definitely different. So all in all, I would rather boil or roast my tomatoes and pepper mix before blending. Like, all of the advantages are way it outweighs the disadvantage, if anything at all. And I don't think there is any disadvantage at all. So here I'm done blending my smooth mix. I am then going to proceed to doing the same thing for my sauce mix, which I'm using my food processor. Basically, with this one, I just decided to blend till I was fine with the consistency. So it's all up to you. If you want it really rough, you can just do it once. But I wanted a bit of smoothness, but not like totally smooth like I had in the first one. So yeah, this was me just checking to see if I was okay with the consistency, and I was. And when I made sauce, because I think I made goat meat sauce, it came out so nice. Like, it was exactly what I wanted. I actually think having a food processor in your kitchen is really essential, because it will come in handy in a lot of things. You can use it for a lot of things because usually they come with different types of blade. You can use a lot of people, I see people use it for for swallow, for pounded yam, for different things. So aside having blender, which is of course the normal thing, most people have blenders in their house, you should also get yourself a food processor, to be honest. Like, it comes in so handy. So at this point, I am done blending and it's time to pack it up in my freezer bags. So I use these bags to store everything I want, even my soup, my rice. I have one that is like, that has, that ziplock, that has a clip at the top. I use that one mostly for rice. For these ones, because I tie them, I use them for anything running. So how I measure them is, one bag is one, not one meal, but one pot of stew. So if I want to cook, I'll just take one bag and I cook. That way I'm not having to like warm and have some remain. And that's the same way I measure every other thing I measure and I put in the freezer. So I just pick one bag. I know for my soup, I do them per meal. So I'm not having to warm anything, even though sometimes I'm off by my measurement. But generally speaking, that's how I do it. And that's what I did with my stew and my sauce mix. So once I pick one bag, I know that is enough for me to cook with. So it just makes the entire process of cooking easy for me. Next thing, when I'm tying, I ensure that I take out as much air as possible before tying, and I ensure that it's not too tight. I proceed to doing the same thing until I'm done with my entire mix. I think I ended up having like 4 bags for the smooth mix and I think 2 or 3 bags for the sauce mix. In case you're wondering why I'm using bags, because I know I mentioned in one of my videos, in case you've not seen that video, I use bags because they save me space in my freezer. At the time, I didn't have like a deep freezer, so these ones came really handy because before now, I would usually use bowls and they take up a lot of space. So bags work so well for me, basically. And if you're wondering also how much I bought, the pepper, tomatoes, I already have a video about my trip to Manchester wholesale market. If you've not watched it, I would suggest that when you're done with this video, you can just go and watch that video. I have everything, the prices and all of that in that video, just in case you are wondering. And yes, I had to wash my hands immediately because I'm not about to start having, peppery hands, because this one was quite spicy. So this is all. So I had like, I think 3 bags of the spicy one and 4 bags. Okay, 2 bags and 4 bags actually. And of course I labeled them so that I know what is what when I'm cooking, because you know how it is when it's in the freezer. Sometimes it's a bit challenging to tell. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.